Hello. Hello again, gamer boy. I don't know what happened. It said I was there, but then it said it was gone, and then anyway. So that's annoying, but here we are. We back. Abriella's here. I'm sure Jared's gonna pop back on. Sean was in here. Oh my gosh. Anyway. Gamer boy, look, I can't tell you the best bike for $450 until I know how tall you are and what kind of riding you like to do. Do you like to ride all three, park, street, and dirt? Do you just like to ride dirt? Do you just like to ride street? Do you just like to ride park? Let me know, and then I can answer your question, but I can't answer the question until I know that, because there's a lot of different bikes under $450, you know? What's up, John Sheets? I haven't seen you in a hot minute. Yeah, so 4'11", you're gonna need a smaller bike. So for you, honestly, what I would say is the Fit Park extra small. Now that might be out of stock right now, but it's a 20.00 inch top tube. It's gonna be really good for you, and then it's it's a really good park specific bike for a smaller rider. So here, I'm going to send you the link from Fit. It says it's in stock at Time to Shine. Do not buy it from Time to Shine. There's a whole video with like dozens of comments about how Time to Shine said they had something in stock and then it was not in stock. So don't buy it from Time to Shine. But here, check out this bike, Gamer Boy. That's going to be a really good bike for you. Colby, yeah, I know it just cut out on me too. I don't know. It's really annoying, but whatever. We back now. We back for a little bit. I got to go soon though. So that's why it's annoying, is that took away like 5 to 10 minutes of answering questions. Because I went to the chat and it was like, it said disconnected, connect again. And I'm like, what? Okay, we're gonna make this comment, and then I gotta pin the comment to the top. But we back, okay? We're back. Times I get angry. And John says, when are you traveling to Michigan? I don't know, man. I don't think I've ever really been to Michigan or really planned to go out to Michigan. Is there? I guess I have a friend from Detroit, from Woodward. His nickname's Detroit, but it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of riding, and it's so far away from me. It's so far away. So I don't know. If I'm ever there though, and you're a part of my email list, then I can send emails to you when I'm in that area. I like to do that. Like if I'm riding around, whatever, if I'm going to be in Vegas, then I can send an email to people around Vegas and say, hey, come ride with me. And that's really cool. So it's same thing will happen for Detroit. What's up, Hamza? Chad says intro to jumping video. That's for bike school, and that's on Nick. I'm not sure where he's at with it. I know he's got. Here's the story with that: is we filmed the jumping video. We filmed the jumping video when we filmed everything else, but we also filmed the 360 video that I did. I did the 360. I think he did the jumping. But anyway, 360, for example, when I got to editing the 360 video in bike school, I was like, what I'm saying here, and what I'm actually doing is not right. Like, those two things do not line up. And instead of just forcing the video to be finished, I just cut it and I'm going to refilm it. I'm going to analyze it a little bit better and make sure that the video that I give you guys in bike school is like 300% helpful about how to actually 360. And the same thing happened with for Nick with jumping. Is he filmed the jumping video, he started editing it, and then he went back and forth with Tyler, one of our bike school members, helping him through the jumping process. And Nick realized what we scripted out in the jumping video wasn't the best way to explain it. And so now he's redone it to explain it a lot better in a way that's going to make more sense, Chad. So it's just a lot of editing it and getting it put together on there. And we decided to film the whole course with Blackmagic and B-Raw. So it's raw 4K footage. It's huge files. Like this 4 terabyte hard drive is completely full of bike school videos that we filmed in like 3 days, right? So it's a huge project just to edit those things and get it all put together. But like I said, he's redone it and redone the way that he explained it. Hopefully, if there's anything else we need to add on or get B-roll for, then we'll get that this week in November. So that we can get it out, because I'm with you, man. We're both, like, me and Nick both really want to get that out because I think a lot of our members will value from that and benefit from it. So we're working on it. But in the meantime, Chad, if you have any questions about any specificities, like, shoot us an email, message us, whatever, so we can help you out with that. Dude, and again, since I'm talking to Chad, big shout out. Chad has been posting in the members group like crazy, and he's been progressing like crazy. He's doing wall rides. He's working on bar spins. That's so cool. Hold on, I gotta double check. What if it wasn't even you, Chad? What if I was just lying about that? Yeah, okay, it is Chad. This is the same Chad. Feebles, wall rides. Can you guys see this? Oh, look at that wall. Perfect. So anyway, it's cool to be able to have Chad's videos in here. And then, like Nick says, dude, that's a sick wall. And if he had any questions about it, we can give him that feedback. So good job, Chad. Big shout out. You're killing it, man. You're going to get those bar spins soon. So close, so close. Nick and I are also going to film a video, hopefully this week, going through all the videos. So we'll have some more advice on the bar spins and stuff for you too. Anyway, now we have 6 or 7 people back in here. Guys, throw the questions in. And Jared's back. I saw Jared back in here. That's sick. We got Gamer Boy's question answered about the best bike under 450. Oh my God. Wait, I told him the best bike, but right now it's 550. That's okay. Gamer Boy, hold on. I got to backtrack because this bike was not 550 last year. Now it's 550. So, that's not going to be the best bike under 550. My bad. Look, I told him it's the Fit Park because for him at his size, the Fit Park is the best park specific bike. But it's a little bit expensive. And the only other option I'd say would be the Sunday Primer Park or the Sunday Forecaster Park. But the Primer Park is going to be $489. But I'm going to send this to you too. So it's a lot cheaper than... See, but this is the problem, Gamer Boy, is that the Primer Park's going to be 20.5 inch top tube. And to be honest, at your size, it would just be so much better to get a 20.00 or a 20.25, which is what the Fit Park comes in. But you're spending $70, and at that price, the Fit Park is definitely overpriced. But the Sunday Primer is going to be too big. So eventually you're going to grow into it, but that process before you grow into it is going to be really aggravating for you because it's not the right size. But I'm going to send this in there too, and then you can just kind of... That's the Primer Park. So it's $70 cheaper than the Fit Park. But again, I don't think it's really the best one for you. Abriella says, I have a We the People CRS and I just can't bunny hop. Any tips? So I'm just going to send this video to you. It's the bunny hop video from bike school, but it's free. So just watch it and actually break it down, because it's gonna help you out a lot. For bunny hops, I don't know exactly what you're doing wrong. So some people aren't compressing all the way. Some people are throwing their weight forward instead of up. Some people are pulling their arms up too early. Like, there's a million different things that could be happening. So I'm just going to send you this video and quit saying I've been saying a lot. I don't want to say Look, I just did it again. I'm going to send you this video and check it out. It's going to help you with bunny hops a lot. Abriella, there you go. Aaron says, so you live in Las Cruces and always ride at Diana. Miss you. Yeah, miss you too, man. I hope the dad life is going good. And I've been at the park a lot the last couple of days, and I ran into a couple of people that used to ride and skate when we would. It's so weird seeing everyone all grown up at the skate park. Colby got a stolen BMX bike on Facebook with a 21-inch top tube and 13.2-inch chainstay. I can already 360 out of a bank, which was a huge goal for me. Guys, everyone, good job, Colby. For me, I always wanted to 362, and I learned 180s, and then I learned 3 taps, and then I finally learned 360s, but it was such a big process. Like, I wanted to learn them way quicker, and it was a really hard trick for me. So good job, man. Like, congrats. That's a hard trick, so good job. Andrew Stuller says, I have a 2021 kink curb that was intended for my daughter, but I managed to bend the bottom bracket, the bottom seat stay. Is there a way to bend it back safely? No, I would say no. I said it again. I'm going to say not really. I don't know exactly how bad it is bent, but generally what happens when you bend, like, especially a piece of metal tubing, like, you just kill the structural integrity of it. So it's never going to be back to how it was. And even if you did move it back, it's a lot weaker now, so it could bend back again with a lot less force. It's just overall wouldn't be very safe. I don't know how bad it is again, and I don't know what kind of the consequences are if your daughter was riding it and then bent it again. Would she crash? Would it make her crash, or would it just be bent? I'm not too sure exactly. You know, I don't know the whole situation with it, but I don't think there's a good way to bend it back. Definitely not a safe way to bend it back. I think you're going to have to, maybe kink will do something, like work with you on that. Yeah, I don't know, man. That sucks though. So Abriella can also, let's see, can fakie manual but can't bunny hop. Yeah, watch the bike school bunny hop video. I think that's going to help you out a lot. Matt says, how can I 180? I can on 90 degrees. I think you mean you can hop 90 degrees. I want to say, let's see. Again, 3 tips for you, Matt. Tip number 1. So some tips for 180. If you're only 180ing, if you're trying to 180 and you're only getting 90 degrees, here are a couple things to make sure that you're doing. The first thing, make sure that when you're hopping, you're actually turning your head the way that you want to spin. A lot of people hop and try to 180, but they either keep their head forward or they turn it back the opposite way because they get scared. So make sure that if you're trying to spin left, that you hop and turn your head to the left, okay? Tip number 2, make sure you've got a good bunny hop. You need to actually be able to bunny hop, I'd say a foot or 2 before you can get 180s. Maybe not 2 feet, but at least a foot. Because popping up that high is going to give you enough time to get the wheels all the way around, and then you won't necessarily have to spin super hard. So that would be number 2, is make sure you have a good bunny hop. And then 3 is play it over in your head. This is one thing that's helped me out a lot. Just kind of close your eyes and envision what it's going to look like when you land it. And by doing that, it's not like some weird woo-woo visualization manifestation thing. It's like when you're visualizing it, you're breaking down the process. And so like if you're visualizing the 180, for me, I close my eyes and I see myself approaching a reference point. It's like where I want to pop and do that 180. And right before the reference point, I see myself turning my tires a little bit to start to curve before I pop, and that initiates the spin. And then I see myself compressing my body and getting ready to pop. And then I see my tire hitting the reference point. I pop up and start that spin. And so like visualizing it like that and thinking about every little detail is going to help you out, because then you can record yourself and watch it back and say, hey, did I actually do what I was supposed to here? Why am I not compressing my body? Why didn't I carve? And you can see those things, but without seeing you trying the trick, it's really hard for me to give you feedback. So those would be the 3 things that I would say, is just double check that you're doing that. Raider Al says, hey Douglas, how important is it to keep your bike clean, and how often? Any cleaning kits you recommend? I'm the worst person to ask. I don't clean my bike. No, I really don't. If I take off my wheel to fix some spokes, then I'll wipe down the hub and I'll kind of clean it up. But other than that, I don't. Some people could, grease it all the time. They take it to their bike shop for like maintenance. I never have. I think, I wonder why. I'm trying to figure out why. And it's not because like, I think maybe it's so old right now. When it was newer, I'd clean it a lot more, but it's like 3 or 4 years old, and I don't really, take care of it as much as I used to. That's kind of sad. But when it was new, I'd clean it pretty regularly just because I really appreciated how it looked. Now I just need to buy a new bike, and I'm going to do a build. And so I'm just waiting for that. And I imagine once I have the new one built up, like I'd take care of it a little bit more. But cleaning it for me just consists of a rag or a towel, wiping off the dirt and wiping off the grease. And that's it. That's really it. Sometimes I'll be psycho and like I'll take apart the cranks and get the dirt that gets built up around the bottom bracket and stuff like that. But no strict cleaning schedule. Muck off is a big thing. I don't know. I don't know enough about it to like have a real opinion, but I think they just kind of sell a lot of stuff and sponsor a lot of big name riders. And so that's really cool for BMX. Now, is it actually useful? Could you just use water? Probably. I don't know. But anyway, that's kind of my take on cleaning your bike. Jared says the Nova's 450 and it's made for people under 5 foot. That's a good point. What's your name? Gamer Boy. Check out the Nova. Jared, did you get the Trust? I feel like that's what you got, right? I'm 99% sure you got the Trust. Oh yeah, because just that channel says, is the Colt Devotion a good street bike? I can't seem to find many good street bikes which are in stock that seem too expensive and have a 21-inch top too. Yeah, the Devotion's solid. Okay, the Devotion's full chromoly, frame, forks, bars, double wall rims. It comes with 2 pegs, but it doesn't come with hub guards. So to be street specific, you'd probably want to get like a free coaster with it. You'd probably want to get a sprocket with a bash guard. You'd want to get hub guards. You'd want to get pegs. And one that I really like for street specificity is the We the People Reason. I think it's the Reason. I don't think it comes with pegs, but it comes with 4 hub guards. The sprocket has a bash guard, and overall, it's a pretty solid street bike. And the one Jared said, the Trust, is also a pretty solid bike, but it's significantly more expensive. Yeah, that is the one you got, huh? Jesus. I'm going to send the link to the trust too if you want. Check it out here on Dan's or get it local. Jared got it from his local shop. Jared always supports Unity, and I think that's rad because they do so much for BMX. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. So just that channel lives in Canada. And I was just talking to Anthony, the guy that runs Harvester. Call up Harvester and tell him what you're looking for. Just that channel. Tell him Dougster Bob sent you, just because it's funny that when people do that, like when people call because of me. Anyway, I know we were just talking last week. He said he has pretty much everything except Colt in stock, and he sells a lot of We the People. So he's going to have the trust, he's going to have the reason, and those will be solid for you. So check that out. Now, here's the thing though. Canada prices are just way up there. I don't know what it is. I think for you guys it's normal, but when we're both using like the dollar currency and you look at it, and like the Colt Devotion's 569 in America and like 700 in Canada, then it's just like, whoa, what is going on? But that's just a Canada thing, I guess. So anyway, yeah, and like Jared said, it has a really long chainstay, so it's going to be more flowy, more controlled, but it's not going to be very responsive. So for Andrew says the wheel touches the bar. Yeah, dude, I don't think that there's really a good way that you're able to fix that. John says, do you think it's harder for adults to progress compared to kids? I've been trying about 2 summers, but I'm still buns. Huh. You know, so I'm technically an adult. I'm 25, and I can say I think it is. But only if you, like, I don't know how to like kind of break that down. That's a really good question, because you see these younger kids hopping on bikes and just turning out crazy tricks. And it's like, how are they doing that? I can't even get myself to throw a double bar spin because I'm too scared of whatever. But I could remember to 15-year-old me, I would just throw stuff and see what happens. And I think what happens is as you get older and realize like medical bills suck, getting hurt sucks. If you have a job, you can't afford to get hurt and be away from work, right? There's a lot of consequences to just sending it once you're older. And so you have that in the back of your mind, and I think that really hinders your progress. Now, for a kid, when all you have to do is wake up, go to school, parents pay for your medical bills, if you're in the United States, then you just go to school, go to the skate park and send stuff. It's a lot different. But once you have to buy bike parts, like, oh my God, I can't afford to let go of my bike if I bail, because then I might have to buy new forks. And there's a lot of consequences to progression. It requires a lot of crashes, broken bike parts. And as an adult, I think we recognize those consequences a little bit more, and it makes it a lot harder to progress. That is a really good question. I really like that. Okay. Sorry. This light, I'm like trying to read the comments, but the light's messing with my head. How do people do this? You think about sitting at like a TV station. They've got lights all over. You'd get the worst headache, wouldn't you? Or am I just dramatic? Am I just sensitive? I don't know. Nicholas Hall says, what do you think about the Mongoose Legion L100? I'm pretty sure it's an okay bike. It just doesn't have a free coaster. I can't remember off the top of my head, but let's see. It almost... Hold on. I'm just going to wait to look at it and instead of trying to remember from last year. I'm pretty sure it's full chromoly. Yeah, okay. So full chromoly frame. Cool. Full chromoly forks. Chromoly cranks. Solid rims. Where are the rims? Rims. Double wall, cool. Yeah, the biggest thing is the difference between the L100 and 500 is that it doesn't have a free coaster. Now, here's the story with Mongoose that I will say. I'm pretty impressed with the Legion 100 and the Legion 500 because they're full chromoly with double wall rims for around $500. This puts them up there to compete against the Kink Whip, the Sunday X last year, the Colt Devotion. All of these bikes are kind of similar, and that's cool. Now, here's one thing that's interesting that I just saw right here is that the front wheel's not sealed, which isn't the end of the world, but that's kind of funny. They'll do full chromoly frame forks and bars, but then an unsealed front wheel. I imagine the bottom bracket is sealed. I'm curious now. Mid sealed, okay. 8 spline cranks, cool. Anyway, it's not too special, but it's a mid-level bike with the full chromoly. The geometry is a little interesting. I think the chainstay is super long, and the standover height looks relatively small. Is that millimeters? Alexa, how many inches is 348 millimeters? Millimeters. Why would we use
348 millimeters is about 13.7 inches.
13.7 inches. Okay. And that's very long. The Colt Devotion's about the same length. I think it's 13.65. Very, very long chainstays. And whatever. This goes back to kind of what I was saying at the beginning of the last stream, is that the Walmart bikes, the department store bikes, are built to look like BMX and be really affordable, but not necessarily built with the same utility. I think Mongoose made the Legion line just to be more into BMX than the ones that you would find in Walmart. Since they started a BMX team, they sponsor big name riders and stuff like that. So it's an okay bike, but these are really mass produced. And when that happens, just like little things can go wrong, and it's just small imperfections here and there, inconsistency on the welds, parts coming missing, just things like that happen on these mass produced things more so than they would on something that's not as mass produced. But either way, that's not a huge detail. This is a fine bike. If you want to buy it, it would be okay with all the other ones. Now, I can't remember who it was, either Super Noob, somebody in here had the Legion 500, pretty solid bike, but then had a lot of just, again, small things kind of go wrong with it. Mongoose's customer service was really helpful with him, helped him get it all figured out, sent him the parts that he needed, and the rest is history. So that's cool. I would say, yeah, no, I was going to say support another company, but honestly, Mongoose does so much for BMX. They put on events, they sponsor riders. So if you want to get this bike, cool. Just understand kind of what comes with mass-produced quality bikes. And that's all. That's all. That's all I think about it. Colby's also been getting thousands of views on YouTube. Colby, what are you getting all those views on? I think that's really rad. Good job, man. Good job. Okay, I gotta go very soon. So I'm gonna answer a couple more questions, just a couple more, because the last stream went, yeah, we're at an hour already, and I didn't even want to go this long. That last stream went, and then it broke, and oh my God. So I'm gonna just kind of pick and choose a couple different ones, a couple good ones. Hey, what's up, Kevin? How's it going, man? Yeah, guys, the big thing here, have a good weekend. Ride lots of bikes. Get a lot done. Oh, there might not be any more questions. Oh, Chad also says more recovery days for adults, and that's a good point. Abriella says, what are the best shoes for BMX? I think I was riding Nikes a lot, Nike SBs for the last couple of years. Recently, I just switched back to Vans, and I rolled my ankle. So does that really mean that Vans are bad? No, that doesn't mean Vans are bad. But Nikes are also good. It's whatever feels good for you. Okay. I noticed with the Nikes, they didn't grip the pedals the same. So to combat that, I just bought pedals with metal pins. Now the Vans grip very well, so I could switch back to plastic pedals. Whatever feels more comfortable for you. Yeah. Jared rides New Balance. He likes those. So. Okay, let's read what Sean says again. Yeah, Pacific owns Mongoose, but then there's also the parent company of Pacific. Like, they all own. Hold on. I know I was looking at this a while ago. I can't even think of it, but it's Dorel Industries. It's a huge billion dollar company. They own like just everything, right? They own everything basically. Cannondale, Dyno, GT, Ironhouse, Mongoose, Pacific, Powerlight, Roadmaster, Schwinn, and then they also, I think some of the brands that they own are like in home office, like housing stuff and stuff like that. But anyway, so yeah, it's a huge company, and Sean says they're going to do the same thing to BMX that they're doing to mountain bike, which is, what is it, Sean? What are they going to do? Putting mountain bikes in Walmarts that can successfully be upgraded. Okay, I got to see what Sean says that they're going to do. Pacific is putting mountain bikes in Walmarts that can be successfully upgraded. So same thing with BMX is like putting the Legions in Walmart. I don't know. This is if that's what you're talking about, this is a really interesting topic that I think should be messed around with, because one argument as to why BMX is not as popular as skateboarding is that the cost of entry is so high. It's very expensive to get into for a $400 or $500 bike versus a $20, $30, $50, $70 skateboard. So if Walmart's able to pump out millions and millions and millions of bikes, put them in Walmarts, drive the price down so low that people can afford to get into it, the top funnel of BMX is going to inevitably grow. And out of that, a handful of people will keep riding. But as they upgrade their bikes, I feel like they'd choose different bikes or even different companies. So either way, it could potentially be a win-win. It grows the sport. But I don't know. That's interesting. The art of BMX would die if it became too mainstream, though. And that's something that I think a lot of people in the industry are worried about. Kevin says, if you had a signature bike, what brand would you rock? I think I'd go with Sunday and Odyssey. I haven't ridden a ton of their parts. Recently, it's been Colony, and I really love the Colony stuff. But I like the Sunday Odyssey builds, and that's what I'm going to build next. And then we'll see if I really love it as much as I think. Kevin got his new Kink Gap. He loves it. He's 50, so he doesn't need a $600 bike. Kevin, that is awesome, man. Welcome to BMX. Super hyped for you. Okay, I'm going to go eat right now. I'm sorry the stream was short, guys. I'm super sorry, but next week, not Sunday after work Sunday, but next week again, or maybe I'll pop in, do a random one. Jared was telling me to stream some BMX pipe, and I'm going to do that again too. So I really had fun hanging out with you guys, answering some questions. As always, shoot me an email on Instagram, or shoot me a message on Instagram, not an email. If you have any questions, if you need anything from me, I want to help you guys progress in BMX. So I'm here for you. Have a great rest of your day. And Sean, guys, shout out to everyone who hopped on the live. I know it's kind of a lot.